they'll be like, "Oh, I just got new earrings," but then their titties are all in front of the camera, and I'm like, "Hold on a second, this is."
What am I looking at? Your titties?
Yeah,
or
I was about to
earrings?
say the camera focus is definitely not on those earrings, but
Yeah.
for me, it's just like a really bait thing of just trying to get attention, to be honest.
Yeah.
And hence why I think it falls in the fuck girl bracket. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to 30 Years and Running. I'll be your host, Christian, and each week my friends and I will be looking at life seen through the eyes of 30-somethings. Whether it's things like dating, social media, or mental health, we'll be looking at the past, present, and future of being in your 30s. But I suppose that's why we're here, to provide a little bit of entertainment for people.
Yeah. Enough all that negativity, enough all that dwelling on what's tough at the minute.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a laugh today.
Innit? So enough about that. Let's get into, well, this is quite a negative topic actually, but but no, we'll get into it. So welcome to 30 Years and Running. You already know who I've got in the building today. I've got a man like Nooky Blood Clot G.
Salute.
How are you, man?
Yep, I'm well, man. How about you? You good?
I'm all good. I can't complain, to be fair. Today's topic, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna trigger some people. And it's probably going to trigger the ladies as well. We are going to talk about fuck girls. And I suppose we were talking, or we were having a little debate or a discussion off camera about what a fuck girl is. But just for clarity about what we're actually going to be focusing on today, fuck girl is just simply a female version of a fuck boy. I suppose if you don't know what a fuckboy is, how would you describe a fuckboy? I think a fuckboy to me is just like like a waste man, someone who kind of dicks about, especially in relationship terms. Has a lot of undesirable traits for the opposite sex. So.
I'd say a fuckboy would be someone that they lie a lot. They're not really bring much to the table when it comes to a relationship or dating and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The guy that's a cheater, the guy that's not working, the guy that's just, he's like leeching off the girl. Do you know what I mean? There's so many sort of elements to it.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's funny because I've told a couple girls as well, that I was going to do this topic, and the kind of the common thread amongst all of them was, oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. But as a fuck girl. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what I said. But through my experience and the people who I've either gone out with or come in contact with, like it's a very real thing to have someone who has all those traits that we kind of spoke about, but just in the female guys, really.
Yeah.
So the way it's going to work today, or tonight, should I say, is I've just had a little think about some of the traits which I think fuck girls have. So I'm going to read them out to you. This is almost like a spiritual successor to...
Bear in mind, this is only going to be offensive to the girls that are fuck girls, to be fair. I know.
True, but I'll preface this with, I think some of the things I think are fuck girlish are a bit petty.
Oh, is it?
Probably, yeah.
All right, go on, let's hear it.
So, but this is what we're going to debate, to be fair. So I'm going to read some stuff out to Nooky, and we're just going to debate about it. Not necessarily if it's right or wrong, but we're just going to talk about it.
Those are our experiences, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and apologies, because there's probably some crossover with stuff that we might have done before. However, before we get into it, if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And then if you're watching on any podcast platform, make sure you give a review, actually. Like, I haven't had too many reviews, so I'd appreciate one. And make sure you download it as well. Yeah. So,
5 stars, like an Uber rating.
Hello. Right, now that we've got that out of the way, first one.
Drum roll. Do you want to add the sound maybe in the after post?
I don't know if I've got them skills, to be fair. I'll try to.
I ain't got the facilities for that one, bro.
Yeah, I haven't got the facilities for that big man.
Go on.
All right, first one. Picture of your legs in the bath. Or just generally speaking. Yeah. Generally speaking.
Oh.
Thirst trapping.
First trapping.
So, again, just to get these definitions out of the way. So thirst trapping to me is when a girl puts a seductive picture up, and the example that I just used a second ago is just showing their legs in the bath.
Yeah, that's low key one. Yeah.
And they'll put a caption. Yeah, they'll put a caption that probably hasn't got anything related to the situation. So, for example, okay, let's take the bath example out of the way. But she might show a picture of her in a low cut top, and the caption would be like, "Oh, isn't it a nice Thursday?"
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that to me is something that fuck girls do.
A lot, when you say, there's a lot of girls that do that when they want to promote something as well, like.
As in they're trying to promote like a brand or something like that.
Yeah, like they're promoting a product, and with their voluptuousness, they'll have the product right in front of like their chest area, or something, for example.
Really, I haven't seen it.
You've never seen that behavior?
Not with a product. No, it's usually they're usually doing it off their own back. When I've seen it,
yeah,
they'll be like, "Oh, I just got new earrings," but then their titties are all in front of the camera. And I'm like, hold on a second, this is...
What am I looking at, your titties?
Yeah, I was about to say, the camera focus is definitely not on those earrings, but...
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like a really bait thing of just trying to get attention, to be honest.
Yeah.
And hence why I think it falls in the fuck girl bracket. It could be completely innocent, but to me, it's not. I think it's a little...
attention seeking.
Yeah, it's a lame attempt at... trying to seek attention.
Yeah. I mean, they're just seeking attention, and then that's when you get. That's obviously gonna fall in line with thirst trapping, right?
So, So sorry, we're just talking about thirst trapping in general. I think the picture of the legs in the bath was just an example of that.
I've seen that picture,
but I think that's a common example.
I don't understand that picture. Like whenever I see it, to be honest,
it's attention seeking, bro.
But I don't get it. Attention seeking.
Yeah, I know. So
I don't know, but I don't.
That Captain Morgan got me loose right now. Yeah.
I don't understand why it's done so much. Where it's like, okay, cool.
Why bath specifically is done so much?
But why is it? What? Have you ever seen sometimes that like someone does it and it's like it's such a horrible setup, like the bath is grimy.
I haven't seen that.
The water's looking a bit
murky.
A bit murky.
Some swamp creature in there. No, I actually, to be fair, I haven't seen it when it's been that bad. It's usually in their defense.
I follow that person.
I lie. You gotta start asking some serious questions if they're in some murky water and all that. But it's a common picture, right? But I'm with you. I don't get it. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all.
Bath time with the girl. Yeah, no, that's a fuck girl.
Yeah, any attempt of attention seeking and you're kind of using your body or your assets to.
But do that. That's become so normal for social media.
Yeah.
That has become so.
Yeah, of course.
So we're about to closely allude to saying that a lot of girls on social media are fuck girls because of that.
I don't think you see. No, I don't think you see. It's only like a small percentage, I think, that I've seen anyway, where you see it as clearly defined as something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You might get the odd thing where someone or a girl might be.
These are the same girls that will be posting if they're trying to say something like, oh yeah, check out this, but they're really trying to show off the body. These are the same girls that are like basically saying, oh, guys only see me for my body.
Yeah, I suppose they're just trying to use their body to their advantage.
Womanly wows.
Huh?
They're womanly wows.
Yeah, exactly. Which again, I'm sure some people will argue, like, if you've got it, flaunt it. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, like when I see something like that, and it's a really obvious attempt at doing it, fuck girl for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you've got it, flaunt it, yeah, but let's be classy with it, please. Or let it make sense.
Yeah, at least. Here's the thing, right? At least do a caption that's related to what you're doing. Like if you're in the bath and you said, like real talk, if you're in the bath and you said, "Oh, I forgot my rubber ducky," I'd be like, "Yeah, all right, cool, I get that. It's it's relevant to you being in the bath." But if you're in the bath and you're showing your legs and you're like, "Oh, man, I hate Fridays," I'm gonna be like,
"But she's trying to relax."
No, Richard, stop trying to make excuses.
Trying to excuse the fuck girls.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least it goes back to this point that has been, again, like a common, a recurring theme when we've been speaking, especially about social media, is like not jumping on trends and just being relevant and and just being original. And I guess this falls into that bucket of not being original for me. So, not a fan of that at all.
I mean, like, sorry, I know you're probably gonna move on to the next next topic or the next point even.
Yeah.
A girl that's first trapping.
Yeah.
I think that even, I don't know, like that's quite like a big broad sort of area. Like a first trap is like, it could be more than just them doing stuff like that. First trapping is, I don't know, it's probably that is the main focus of it. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think if there's.
Do you mean aside from the bath picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, I think we said like it comes. That's just one example of it. But another could be, you know, they're showing their cleavage, or it could be, I don't know, them wearing something really revealing or something like that, and the caption is not.
I think. Do you know what? I
relevant
think with first trapping, I think that our society is becoming so sexualized. Realistically, our attitudes to sex is very liberal now. Like, and so many things that I think maybe other sexes don't see as being like a first trap, or seeing as being sexual, will be taken and interpreted as sexual from men, for example.
They know what they're doing.
You say that.
You know, and they know what they're doing.
You say that, but I don't know if sometimes I don't know if they know completely the gravity of it. Like, you have things like for example, like twerk dancing, dance classes, choreography that's like revolving around twerking.
So you're telling me that people who do the Buss It challenge don't know they're thirst trapping, or are they just jumping on a trend?
I'm saying that girls that know how to manipulate and first trap, yeah, they will use it to do that. But then I know that there are people that will use it innocently, not thinking about
There probably are, to be fair.
the connotations behind it.
There probably are. And like I say, I think that the caption's
What's
probably.
this Buss It challenge?
Oh, you don't know what it is? Oh, okay. Cool. No, you're right. There probably are some people or some girls who do it innocently, but I think. Sorry, what I was going to say is the caption. I think is always quite telling.
Yeah. If you're trying to,
because if it's like completely bait, then I think that's the giveaway. Really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think there's probably a bit of context needed, but I think with a lot of this stuff, it could be seen as innocent or not. But I think it's a bit of a recurring theme basically for me.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. On to the next thing. Sorry, I'm
this little list.
Yeah, I'm reading some of these, and these are petty as fuck as well.
Petty's good though.
Yeah. How about this? Blaming things on your star sign.
Oh, fuck off.
So this is something that I've seen more recently, actually, where I see a lot of stories where it's either
that shit can go out the window, by the way, because they discovered another fucking star sign. And
oh yeah, I heard about that.
And it pushed all the dates out.
Yeah, but
I'm not even like, I'm gonna be Virgo. I'm like a fucking Leo now. And so anything that's people have been telling me like so much shit that has correlated to me being a Virgo. I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, 'cause I'm aspiring to do that. Yeah. But
I see. Yeah.
You know, I found this, I found that, and then what? So all that shit's not actually meant for me.
Yeah,
it's meant for someone that's a Virgo.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
Okay, let me read about a Leo now. It's like, yeah, life's not going too well for you.
Yeah, exactly. But I see a lot on stories on Instagram now where it's either just like a general view of, I don't know, like a Taurus or something like that, and they'll show different qualities, and then the caption will be like, haha, yeah, that's so me. Or it will be something like, oh, I've cheated on my man. Like, it'll be like, I've cheated on my man 3 times, and it's like, haha, yeah, I'm such a Taurus, and it's like, no, you're actually just a dickhead, to be honest.
Like, who's that? You need to block that person.
No, I can't even remember who it was, to be fair. It probably wasn't that example per se.
To forget that.
Yeah,
that one.
But it'll be something of that ilk, basically. But I just think that just the mere fact that you're blaming on something like a star sign and not taking responsibility for your own actions,
anyone that
and attributing it to something like, I'm not saying it's like complete horseshit, but
I'd love to speak to someone that knows the depths of it on like they've analyzed it, they've really researched it, because I don't want to sound ignorant on it to the point where like I don't know too much about it. But from when I've ever read star signs, I've found them to be quite general. I found them to be, you can interpret them in a way that fits your life.
Yeah, I think.
And I feel like that whenever you look at different star signs, there's one or two things that kind of hit home, but then it's like you go to another one, and you can find one or two things within that horoscope that kind of hits home with you as well. Because realistically, we're all on the set like a life journey, and our life journey will involve things like wealth and love and death, sorrow, pain, trying to aspire to do this, and you know what? And that's generally the notes that these horoscopes will hit on. It'll be like you've got love on the horizon, or there's going to be prosperity in your life in terms of wealth. There's money coming your way. There's love coming your way. There's happiness coming your way. There's going to be a loss for yourself. And if you keep that, that's the sort of conversation that you're hearing. It's like, oh, you'll find something within that. Be like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
that's me.
I think you can always, yeah, regardless of what week it is or what star sign you are, you can always find something, some element of truth in these horoscopes, and that's why I think it's a little bit scammy in that regard. But I mean, in terms of why this is related to fuck girls, I think it's just the fact that they would attribute their bad behavior to that rather than owning their mistakes or their wrongdoings.
Yeah, conversation wise, I've never had a guy say to me, "Oh, what's your star sign?" Or like they never would talk to me about like their horoscopes.
No, I've never heard it before.
If I speak to a girl, so yeah, I think that would be more.
Yeah, I just think it's whack when I think it's not even about the star sign per se. Actually, it's more just the fact that I don't like when people don't own stuff that they've done wrong.
Yeah.
To themselves anyway, and they try and have another excuse for it. And I think you know the star sign in this instance is the excuse. So, not a big fan of that either.
I hear you.
So yeah, any fuck girls out there who wanna who wanna blame shit on being an Aries?
Any fuck girls governed by the stars?
Yeah,
you out of here?
Hello, fuck Mystic Meg. Do you remember Mystic Meg?
Yeah.
Oh, you said it like like.
No, stay calm, bro. Well, I mean, like, hair, what was she, brunette, dark haired?
Yeah. I know. You tell me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just remember like what she came out to the lottery, innit?
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad. Go on.
All right. Next one. So this one, I haven't worded this very well, but they basically kind of push away the good guys and they go for the bad guys. And then here's the kicker, right? They complain about not having a good guy in their lives.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't articulated that very well, but
that's like an age-old thing that will always be there, I think.
I think so.
It's funny because I've like in the past I've looked at these videos on YouTube about Reddit, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, with Reddit, there's always like all these memes and posts that I put up. Like people just post all these different little captions, and little memes and stuff, or whatever. And one of the things they highlighted the same because there's like it was called like a nice guys post, and it's basically just always nice guys basically feeling like they're being buoyed.
Was this the By Felipe stuff?
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. And I think it is a trait where people don't realize what they've got until it's gone, really. And they think about grass is always green on the other side. And I think that's always going to be a thing where I think it's on both sides, to be fair.
It is. You're right. And here's the thing that I've found is, as much as girls or some girls say that they don't like bad guys, they like bad guys.
Yeah.
And you're right. That's not going to change, to be fair. But I think the main problem for me lies in the fact that they'll complain about not having a good guy. I think if you've made a decision that you're going with this bad boy and you know that he's bad, again, it's another thing where I just think you have to own it.
Yeah,
you can't complain about.
We've had conversations,
especially when you par off a good guy as well.
I think about all the conversations that I've had with like girls and guys in the past and shit, and I think the amount of times where I've had a conversation where, like, the girl should be going for a nice guy, she's just not. I'm like, but why though?
Yeah, and like,
do you know,
and they're surprised when the guy acts bad or when they get mistreated, and I'm just kind of like, well, that's almost what you signed up for, right?
Do you know what's funny? I remember this. This was years ago. Yeah, you might not even remember this, but this is when we was at it might have been Shush,
Mm-hmm.
and we was in like a smoking area. I know Fred was there. I think he was there. I can't remember. But we was talking to some girl, and she was talking about basically her guy or something cheating on her, and then she was taking him back, but she was making it seem like she was in the driving
Fuck
seat.
girl.
She was in the driving seat. She's like, yeah, nah, like he's not gonna do it again. Trust me, like yeah, he knows not to. Like how many times? Like he's done it twice, but she's still sticking with him because
You're a fuck girl.
she's a fuck girl.
Yeah.
I would call that a fuck girl. Like
I'm not being funny, but I think if that's the way you feel about it, then you deserve everything that you got. Because like real talk, because she spotted the red flags, and she's chosen to ignore them. Now her intentions might be good, and she might be trying to see the best of this guy, but I think the problem is like she's accepted that this is happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can ignore the red flags, and you can not accept what happens. But...
Yeah, it's a funny thing. Maybe that's a tough one because it's a relationship and she's in love and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
true.
I think if you go back to what you're saying in terms of, yeah, there are girls out there that will swear blind they can't find a guy, but then they will have someone that has an interest in them, and it's like, okay, cool. So maybe you don't have an interest in him, but if you do have someone that is nice, that's showing interest in yourself, at least be thinking to yourself like, okay, maybe I need to start looking at someone similar to the guy. Maybe he's not the one for you, but at least be looking at yourself like, well, I know that he likes me. I know that he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Let me stop going after the guys that I know are there to hurt me.
Exactly.
Wow.
And this is almost kind of linked. This isn't exactly comparing apples with apples, but when when I was doing the sex episode the other week, I basically put up a story on Instagram, where I put up a post, and I basically put up a story about asking people for their worst sexual experience, and a lot of the girls who came back said their worst sexual experience was with guys who had a small dick and who they've come quick. Now, I spoke to a couple girls, and they basically said, so one girl said that on paper, like the guy who she was with was like literally perfect for her, but when it came down to sex, like he came quick, and then after that she friend zoned him.
Hey.
So that to me is like she's kind of distanced herself from the good guy, and I guarantee, I don't know this for a fact, but I guarantee she'll either end up with a bad guy or she'll be kind of like pining for a bad guy.
Yeah.
And that to me is whack, because especially in that instance where, the guy is obviously probably feeling pretty shit after that.
You know what she should have done? She should have told him what was going on. She should have said, you know what, that was nice, but that was a bit short.
Yeah.
And then he could have worked on his
That's what I mean. No second chances.
Do you know what I mean?
No games out here with the ladies sometimes. So it is what it is.
She could have told him. He could have trained his muscles.
But do some kegels.
Do some kegels.
Yeah. What you know about kegels, though? We'll save that for another day.
Bro, I said I wanted to do the sex episode. I swear that.
Wait, no, it'll soon come, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll do it. But yeah, that's another one that's whack to me, to be fair.
Yeah.
Next one. I think you'll like this one.
Already, bro?
Because I think you'll like this one. 2 words.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, stranger.
Is that stuff after like 6 years?
Yeah. No, even just 6 years. It's just like a bit of absent time.
Hey, stranger.
Yeah.
What you know?
This one is obviously consistent across boys and girls.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course, yeah.
But
that's this. What I mean, it's fuck boys, fuck girls. So it's
I mean, this is strictly for fuck girls.
We are
but
one. We are the same.
No, we are not the same. I am a Martian. Shout out 07 Wheezy. But yeah, this one, yeah. But you're right. It's consistent. It's for boys and girls. But I think girls are definitely as guilty of this as I'm sure us guys are as well. But again, it's another one which is whack.
That comes from lack of attention, isn't it? I think that comes from the moments where it's like whoever they're entertaining in their life or whatever is for that moment in time not entertaining them.
Yeah. Plus, it usually happens when you like update your WhatsApp profile picture or put a picture on Instagram or something like that.
Instagram updates, WhatsApp updates.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
But
Hey, stranger.
yeah.
Hey. Look at the last.
Hey, how have you been?
The last.
Long
Hey,
time no speak.
the last hey was like 7 months ago.
Literally, that's no exaggeration as well.
You've had longer than that, bro.
Fam, I've had the worst. I've had months. I've had years. What was the one that I said to you? Was it 5 years?
Something like that. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, basically,
Years.
someone ghosted me for.
Do you know what it is as well?
5 years.
It's because your mobile phone, you've had the same number since
No, this is
since we
this
were
is-
like 16.
No,
bro.
but this is on Instagram.
Oh, is it?
She replied back and she was like, "Oh my god, I've just seen that I haven't responded back to your last message, and that last message was 5 fucking years ago."
She was trying to mug it. No, you mean
That's right, but this is a recurring theme.
yeah, but
It's not.
do you know what? Like, she needs to own it in herself to be like, all right, look, I've not replied five since
That's
5
what I
years
mean.
ago.
This is.
Let me just, I can't. There's no why say something? Why talk? Like after 5 years, why?
Yeah.
Like what would
I'd rather you didn't. I'd just.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what I mean?
I'd be like, just shut your mouth.
I'm like, do you know what?
Shut your
Like,
fucking mouth.
For her to have found the message 5 years old, like, well, like, what's going on with the rest of your chat? Like, that's so. I don't know. That girl's a fuck girl in her own.
Yeah.
Her own,
Do you know what it is? And this
her
is.
own category.
Yeah. This isn't to sound cocky, but.
Hey, here we go.
Oh fuck's sake.
My guy.
Oh my god, I'm digging myself a hole now. But anyway, here we go.
I don't
but
want to put my own horn on.
Yeah, but ever since I started this podcast, this "Hey Stranger," not necessarily verbatim, but
Is it
that
like
type of message has
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
Let's just say it's been cropping up more frequently than before I started
all
this.
coming out the woodwork now?
Essentially, yeah. So again, I don't want to sound like Cocky McCockerson. Pause. But I've seen it in the last how long have I been doing this? Like last 4 or 5 months, more than I've seen it in the past 32 years. So yeah, it's just something. It's something that I'm very conscious about. Let's put it that way.
10 years, bro. You weren't macking that from out the womb. Like.
Like straight out the uterus, like time to get some pussy. Why not? This is getting graphic, but like swinging your umbilical cord around, just like woo, woo.
Bro, I was talking to
I'm like, where the fetus is at?
to the nurse, like, I'll cut my own umbilical cord.
You see what I'm packing?
I love
All right, I'm done. All right.
So refresh. What was that last one? That last point.
Hey stranger.
Hey,
Hey stranger.
Hey, stranger.
Hey stranger. All right. You ready for the last one?
Yeah, go on. Let's hear it.
This, to be fair, this one I don't even think this is a fuck girl. To be fair, I think this is more of a basic bitch thing. But see what you think.
It's a synonym, though, really, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, true. So
Yak.
girls, you're such a dick. I actually hate you.
I was well dinner cooking.
Ghosters and late replies.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's just a straight fuck girl thing. I thought we'd just end on that because that's my most hated one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the worst one.
That is. I mean,
If you want to see more on that, click the link above.
are you gonna put that? Oh,
I will do.
you plotted that.
But I actually didn't. To be fair, if I pointed the wrong way, it's probably up here. To be fair, but anyway, you know what I mean. But again,
Yeah.
we won't spend too much time on that. But that's a fuck girl thing because it's just really mean.
Do you know what? I'm gonna add one to it.
Yeah, let's hear it if you've got any.
Obviously, you've done the list, and I haven't had a chance to sort of think about it really. But
Shots.
just thought I'm just thinking thinking about one out like girls that waste your time in it.
Yeah.
I think that's like, I mean, that's obviously definitely one on both sides.
Yeah, of course.
Leading someone on, like using them for whatever game that you're trying to game. But yeah, just
Someone used you in the past?
nah. I mean, like I've obviously in the past I've experienced that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've had that sort of experience where it's like I've invested my time in someone, and
Yeah.
at the end of it, they've like revealed that they're just not serious. I've had that definitely.
That is a big one, to be fair, because I suppose our most precious commodity is time. Like we don't get time back, and so when you invest, time and effort into someone and it's not reciprocated,
Bro,
if
like
it's
a Hallmark card.
what kind of Hallmark cards are you getting, G?
Nah, it's real bars though.
What, Clinton card bars?
Nah,
Yeah, but when it's not reciprocated and even worse, it's just not respected, then yeah, that's very fuck girlish to me, to be honest. It's just not respecting you as a person and acknowledging the fact that you've actually gone out your way and, like I say, taken time out of your life to kind of put effort into theirs, or to put effort into trying to make something out of the situation. So yeah,
do you know what?
100% agree.
I'd love to hear the feedback on this episode.
Yeah,
because I know that there will be girls that will be watching this thinking, yeah, well, fuck boys do this and fuck boys do that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I said, like I'm sure this will trigger a lot of girls, but I think the point of making this episode is to basically get across that yes, there are fuck boys, but you know, us guys, we also kind of face a similar problem with fuck girls as well.
Yeah.
So I actually I welcome.
We are not angels, you know.
No, I welcome all the comments, like on YouTube, comment on YouTube. Like, slide in my DMs and stuff like that, and let me know how you feel.
In the DMs,
you know what I mean, man. Message me
on Instagram in my inbox.
Enter them respectfully.
Yeah. No, I don't mean to shoot a shot, but no, I just mean like if you've got a comment about it, then yeah, let me know about it. But I mean, yeah, comment on the post that I'll put out. So. You're a bit creepy, boy. But yeah, no, like all this is supposed to do is just spark a conversation about it. But I think, hopefully.
Maybe we do an episode on fuckboys after a conversation.
Yeah, why not? But I think it's just, I feel like fuck girls aren't a thing, but I think in my experience they are.
Yeah, no one really talks about fuck girls. I've noticed that. Yeah, you're right. I hear fuck boys all the time.
Yeah, and this isn't me being like, oh my god, us guys have it so bad, rah rah rah, and we need to defend the guys. It's more just me speaking about my own personal experiences, really. So that's all it is, baby.
Salute to that.
Hello.
Thanks for watching 30 Years and Running. Please subscribe, comment, and share. See you next week. Peace.